things that destroy us. Things that destroy us. And today, my subtitle is Bad Friends. Things that destroy us. Bad friends. Almost invariably, you will be influenced by somebody. A friend. The kind of person who has access to your emotions, to your feelings, and to your thoughts. And let me just ask you a few questions. Whom do you talk to when you need emotional support in tough times? When things are going wrong in your life, when you feel low and down, whom do you talk to? Whom do you think of sharing breaking news with? When something new has happened in your life, who is the person you want to get on the phone with and call or text or send an email to share that breaking news with? It could be something good that has happened to you, or probably a gossip that you want to share with somebody else. Whose advice do you seek when making decisions? You want to marry, you want to take a job, you want to travel, you want to invest. Whom do you talk to? And whose ideas do you bounce off your thoughts? Or whom do you bounce off your ideas on? If you want to do something, whom do you test those ideas on to get their feedback? Who is that person that you are able to laugh with or talk to about your dreams? The names that came up in your mind as I asked these questions are the people you call your friends. The people who have access to you, to your innermost being, to your thoughts, to your feelings, to your emotions. They are your friends, not your acquaintances, not just people you meet and say hi, hello to, or just chat with for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but people that you invest emotion into. These are your friends. And in life, you will end up with a few friends along the way. Some stay with you throughout, some stay with you periodically, but the time they stay with you, they have such a significant impact on who you are and whom you become. Bad friends will mess you up. Don't joke. Bad friends will mess you up. Who are bad friends? I'll give you 4 things that bad friends will do to you, and then later I will go to discuss 3 specific bad friends you must get rid of in your life. 3 specific ones. But generally, the first thing is that bad friends influence you with wrong suggestions. They are able to throw ideas your way. They suggest things to you. They tell you where to go, what to do, what to experiment with. They make fun of your principles and sometimes make you feel as if doing the right thing is wrong. And they suggest all kinds of things to you. And sometimes their suggestions influence you adversely. Secondly, bad friends introduce you to destructive or self-defeating habits. Bad friends introduce people to all kinds of things. Why did you start smoking? Friends. Why did you start this negative lifestyle? Friends. Friends. You are where you are today because of the kinds of friends you have been making in life. They will introduce you to destructive or self-defeating habits. Thirdly, bad friends isolate you from sources of good counsel. They would make sure that you will not get to places where people can advise you and counteract what they are telling you with good advice. And they do that by undermining the people who give you good advice. They'll tell you that those people are no good. They isolate you from sources of good counsel. Fourthly, bad friends infest you with their own weaknesses. Whatever is weak in their lives, they pass on to you. They make you to become like them. They create you in their own image and likeness. And when you are strong in one area and they are weak in the other area, they want you to be weak with them. As a parent, I can tell almost always who has entered into the lives of my children. When the children were growing up, you can tell by the kinds of things they do and they say. All of a sudden your child starts speaking in a certain way, and you can tell somebody is influencing them, because that's not how they are. All of a sudden they want to eat something and not eat something. They want to dress some way and not dress another way. They don't want to go someplace, or they want to go someplace else. You can always tell who has entered into their lives. Because when people enter into their lives, something about the people infests them. So you can have a child who learns and does well in school, and all of a sudden they are not learning and they are not doing well. Go and check. Somebody has come into their lives and he's infesting them with his weakness. Because he's not passing, he needs company. Bad friends will infest you with their weaknesses because they are not comfortable with your strength. Your strength makes them feel weak. And so they would want you to be at their level. If they are failing in class, they want you to fail also. So they can tell their parents, I'm not the only one who fails. So and so also failed. They need company. Don't become company to somebody who is going down. If you need to make friends with those who are going up. The question I want to ask you, who are the friends in your life? Who are the people who speak into your life? Who are the people whose counsel you listen to? For those of you who are married, when you were going to marry, whom did you discuss your choice with? And what did they tell you? Maybe you wanted to marry somebody else, and they said, oh, he has no money, you will suffer. So you went to marry the other person. And he had money, but you suffered. Whose counsel did you ask? And do you continue to ask? And do you really know the people in your life? Do you understand them? Do you know what motivates them? Do you know what they want to achieve in your life? Because if you don't assess your friends well, they can mess up your life. Don't joke with it. Bad friends will mess up your life. There are 3 specific bad friends you must avoid at all costs. If any of these friends, and I'm going to describe them, so 3 specific, they are not the only bad friends, but I just thought through the profile of bad friends, and I actually started with a list of 21 characteristics, or 21 bad friends, and I just settled on 3. The first bad friend you must deal with in your life, and I hope you are not the same person, is the friend I call the scornful. Who is the scornful? Some groups of people you're not supposed to associate with, and the scornful are included there. Alright. So the scornful are the people you are seated with. Permanent friends. Who are the scornful? Let me give you the characteristics of a scornful person. Number 1, a scornful person makes fun and make everything look trivial, funny, and inconsequential. They are the scornful. They make jokes about people, how people dress, how people walk, how people talk, and all they do is look for funny spots. That person is a scornful person, even if he's in the church. Sometimes the scornful are in the church. Most times they are not in church. There are people outside the church. They may not be born again, but they are your friends. And they are not neutral concerning things of God. They actually go out of their way to diminish the value of the things of God and make fun of spiritual things. And they're always cracking jokes. Those people are scornful people. And if you are seated with them, you have to get up and walk away. The second thing about scornful people is that they use intelligence and humor to defend sin. When you tell them something is wrong, they will try to philosophize it, intellectualize it, make it funny, and defend it. They use intelligence. And whatever it is, whether it's about a bad habit they have developed, whether it's smoking, taking drugs, drinking alcohol, bad habits they've developed along the way, instead of accepting that these are bad habits that I must get rid of, they have an intellectual argument. That's a scornful person. They have an intellectual, and most times scornful people are very intelligent. They are very bright, and if they are your friends, they have great arguments. They have good arguments. They are very intellectual, and they poke loopholes in your spiritual beliefs and make you feel that what you believe has no validation. But all they are doing is defending what they are doing. They don't want to be responsible for their actions, so they use intellect, humor, jokes to get away with what they are doing. Those are scornful people. If they are your friends, pretty soon they will mess you up. Third characteristic of the scornful is that they glamorize sin without any shame. They make sin appear grand and adventurous. He's the kind of person who, when you are conversing with, will tell you about what they have done, their exploits in evil. But they speak it with glamour and grand gestures and grand language and grand experiences. And they make it feel as if you are missing something grand. They make sin appear appetizing. If you have a scornful person in your office, they come and tell you all the salacious details about what they did. And everything they're telling you is wrong, but they make it look very glamorous. Everything they're telling you is sinful, but somehow they tell it nicely. And then you begin to wonder, am I missing something? Is there something I'm missing? If he's a liar, if he's cheating people, he tells his crooked stories and about his crookish ways in a very nice manner. He's a scornful person. They make evil look good. They glamorize it. It's like what happens when you watch advertisement about things that everybody says is wrong. When we used to advertise cigarettes, the box of the cigarette says it will kill you. The one smoking it says is a good life. Now how can it will kill you be a good life? But that's what how glamorous people can make sin to appear. The one who is advertising the alcohol. Have you seen some of those alcohol advertisements on television? And it's dramatic and everything is so fun, and it's mixed with fun things like playing football or doing something that makes you feel good, and the person picks up that alcohol and drinks it and licks their lips and make you feel like, there is something you are missing. All they are doing is taking in liquid in their mind, in their bodies, that will distort their minds. That's all they're doing. Taking in liquid to distort your judgment, so that things you would not normally do, you would do. That's all it does. All that alcohol does is to reduce your defenses against what you know to be wrong. You have the boldness to talk to people and to do things. But it is glamorized. Dizziness and temporary craziness is bought with money. And people talk nicely. As for me, I just like my brandy this way. I like my whiskey this way. I like it with, something on rocks. and it makes you feel like, wow, this on rocks is just dizzying liquid that is frozen with ice blocks. That's all. But it's glamorized. And you have people who make you feel like, oh, you are missing out on life. Oh, you don't know life.